I didn't want the heart laying down like that. I was like,
I thought it'd be good to just start that when you were in the middle of a word.
It was a good moment.
It was just as funny as I thought it would be. Oh, hey, kids. Welcome to looks like you found your dad's anime stash with Mark, Pzy, and Josh, as always. Talking about anime.
What's up?
We should have discussed this ahead of time, but I
probably
a moment and I went for it.
You know.
So, Mark, we're talking about Burst Angel this week. It's something you are very into. You watched 17-ish episodes of it.
Yeah.
Pzy, of course, did not get a chance to finish it because he decided to do his thing. I think you're showing me 6 episodes.
14.
14. Man. And that's a Hunter x Hunter shirt. Awful.
I know, right?
What would you guys think? First impressions? Mark, you got 6 minutes in and you said, this is bullshit.
Yep.
Okay.
I will say that my grade, it got slightly better the last few episodes.
Like I said it would.
Yeah.
That I watched, but it didn't raise the grade by a lot. It did raise it, but just not by a lot.
I didn't say all that. I said it was going to get better.
No one's blaming you, Pzy. It's okay.
I am, but
Pzy, don't get so defensive. You didn't make it. Here's the thing. I thought the first 6 minutes was just fine, and it kind of reminded me of Zoids.
Yeah?
Because it had that bad early 2000s CGI.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm so glad y'all didn't see what was falling off of the sofa.
So
that's fine.
Very
you don't want to know.
Very early on, I just got the feeling of like,
come on,
like Pzy mentioned in the Discord that it was like they were trying to be like a Cowboy Bebop kind of thing. Yeah. And I got kind of that vibe, or like an Outlaw Star, or a good comparison for like a few episodes connecting and then nothing was Big O, because Big O was pretty much like that. It would be 1 or 2 episodes that connected, and then it would be the next episode would have nothing to do with anything else.
Mm-hmm.
I felt like Burst Angel was that, just did it in the most horrible way possible.
Burst Angel needed more of a connection.
Yeah, because it was like with all those other shows, like, yes, there's a lot of gaps and a lot of the episodes don't connect, but there's an overarching theme of like Spike trying to like redeem himself, like Outlaw Star, like obviously like they're trying to like make their, group a little bit stronger. Big O is pretty much about him trying to protect the city. Like there's a overarching theme that is established very early on. So even when stuff is really sporadic, you can kind of forgive it because you're like, all right, I get it. At least there's a theme. Burst Angel was like, oh, this guy wants to be a chef. Never mind. He's not really relevant. There's actually these there's actually these giant mech robots. Actually, side thought, that's not really important anymore. It's these glowing alien body things. Actually, second thought, that's not really important anymore. This other girl is being recruited by computers to evolve with them and be a part of advanced technology. And it was just...
Is that the girl that they show in episode 13?
It's the youngest girl, the one that they always call a kid.
Amy?
Yeah, the one who then like 3 episodes, like
the best one.
3 episodes later is like getting an orgasm to looking at like fiber optic cables or some shit.
That happens to all of us. Let's just not deny that.
The best girl? Second best girl.
Yeah, the youngest one. She's like, I don't know, I can't remember if it's episode 12 or 11, but she's like hooked up to this like she's hooked up to like wires and stuff. She's clearly like working on like one of their things. And she's all blood-faced and she's making noises. And the other girl comes in and goes, if you're already acting like this, what are you going to do when you get a real man?
Hey, that's what passed for you in 2006. So let's go back. There was a chef in the show? I must have forgotten that.
Yeah, remember? Because
I
that
know
was the whole thing.
I'm being sarcastic
I
with
know.
the swerve they pull. So you read the show's description and you think this dude's going to be the main character.
Not
And
even close.
I remember, Cy, we were reading the description and you were like, none of those sentences go together. And I was like, this sounds great, man. It's all over the place. You're going to have all these people off fighting or whatever. And all we're going to do is hang out with the chef and like learn how to make souffle.
Yeah.
Not at all.
But no, he's not even in most of it. It's just pointless.
He's like, he's not even a background character.
No, it's just I don't even know how to compare it to. It's
I've never seen it done like that before.
The description's literally about him, and so you kind of figure it's going to be about him interacting with them like while they're doing stuff, and then instead it's just brief minutes of him in the episode with occasional episodes where he's like in more of it.
Yeah.
No, there's always one scene with him in it at most.
Well, yeah, okay, but Josh, you finished, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do they ever explain why the one girl's arm glows and has magical powers?
No, they don't explain anything.
Because that's how she drives the cockpit.
I don't know. Why would you explain the only thing that they keep referencing about the only character?
So like they get to the end of the show and you're like, that what?
You're like, that's
more episodes?
There's an OVA. If you want to watch that, Josh.
Right, because because that'll totally explain 9,000 plot holes.
I'm not made of time. But you know what, guys? Maybe not all shows are about plot. Maybe
this definitely wasn't. I clocked that early on. This one was just, let's have a blast or whatever we think is a blast and go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. It was like I said, it's one of those ones where I'm torn. Like, part of me wants to finish it because it's so bad. I like need to see how bad. But then like the other part of me realizes like, do you really want to put yourself through that?
So I don't know that I would say it's bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's bad. I'd say it's mid-tier. Like
I would say it's
epitome of mid-tier.
But the problem is with so little focus on plot, and I don't know, man. So you seem to dig all the characters more than I did. I didn't think any of them were really likable. So I wasn't driven to keep going. I don't know.
Yeah, and again, that's part of the problem. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. For me, it's a mid grade. I mean, probably slightly below mid, just because it's like what you just said. I could finish it and be like, but then it's like, why? Why would I want to finish just some mid tier thing just for the sake of saying that I finished it? Like
it was a 2006 anime when you couldn't stream things. You had to buy the entire series on DVD to watch any of it.
It was like the quintessential Yu Yu Hakusho, Dragon Ball Z, and
Gundam mixed together.
Like the big three of the 90s had essentially all ended, and One Piece had like just started, but really wasn't that massively popular like yet.
Oh well, that would have been 7 years into One Piece, right? If it's still 6.
2006, yeah. But One Piece really didn't in America. One Piece really didn't kick off until like mid.
They had the 4 Kids dub that was terrible.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, like in Japan, One Piece was popular like since the day it came out. But in America,
the 4 Kids dub was amazing, and they should have kept going with it.
It was great. Everything
2004.
Yeah, 2004. Yeah, but in America, One Piece really didn't get popular until like 2010ish.
Yeah.
Is when it really blew up. But like it was like Burst Angel was literally like a studio being like, we're gonna make the next big 3 anime with Burst Angel.
And Does anyone know what studio did this?
I'd have to look it up.
I'm on the Wikipedia looking up what year it came out.
But
he's already on the Wiki.
Gonzo. Gonzo Animation Studio.
Okay, that's probably why I liked it as much as I did. I like Gonzo's work for the most part. But
he was one of the top 10 Muppets.
Yeah. Top 5.
I don't know. Like I said, for me, it was like they just kind of threw things at a board. Again, so I'll try to list positive things. outside of what was supposed to be the main character, the rest of the voice acting was solid. It was decent voice acting minus the main character, minus the dude, the chef dude. I said decent, Sai. I didn't say good. I said decent.
Oh, okay, because I was like, they all went like this.
I said decent voice. Yeah, like we've seen worse voice acting. I said like it was decent voice acting, and then the chef guy was the worst voice acting in the entire show.
His was annoying, but that guy's voice is very familiar to me.
He was the friend in Welcome to NHK. That's the only thing I remember him from.
Okay. That's probably what it was.
Yeah. I also like I love how they tried going with the plot of like the Gundam shows where it was like, hey, we're this mercenary group that just happens to have access to like the most advanced robotic. Also very early on. Okay, so they're supposed to be like,
it wasn't that advanced though, right? Because it gets
but it was supposed to be more advanced than like the regular police and that kind of thing. Also, I don't know if you guys caught this. So my thought was that like early on, like even though like she says like the one girl is in line with the cops, that like technically they're supposed to be a merc group, right? Isn't that the whole description? Is that they're a mercenary group, but the one girl works for the cops or some shit?
I think you're talking about the leader girl?
Yeah, because she calls the cops on the other girl.
Okay, so look, this is how it goes, right? From what I understand is they are mercenaries, right? And that byline group or whatever is like the Yakuza. Right? So
yeah.
So they're not really with the cops, but their goal is to be like not necessarily good, you know what I'm saying? But like to provide a like, you know, what the mafia was supposed to do in Italy, right? Where it's supposed to be for the people and everything.
What? Yeah. Hang on. Give me a mafia lesson real quick, because maybe I don't know about this.
Well, like their whole thing is like, yeah, we are, you know, and I'm not sure, but and I'm kind of paraphrasing really, but it's like we're here for the community.
Right? Anything you're saying, I'm taking as gospel, man, and I'm going to tell everyone.
I am not Italian.
Okay, so I know there's a lot of things. So my thought, at least very early on, because what I'm about to bring up takes place in episode 1.
Okay, that's as early on as we can get.
They're not like supposed to be like known to the public. Like they're because even throughout the show, they're constantly introducing who they are and who they work for, and everyone's like, "Oh."
Right. I mean, it's not that they're keeping it secret, but I mean, let's talk about this.
It's not supposed to be like common knowledge. My point is that it's not supposed to be like common. Like they don't have a logo on the side of their bus.
Right, but Mark, name one mercenary group.
I don't know. That's
it's the same. It's the same in that, man.
The description says Merc Group. Or what
they are a Merc group, but none of us know any mercenary groups.
What was the group's name? And
how often would you run into a mercenary group?
A lot. What was the mercenaries group's name in Bubblegum Crisis? What was their
shit, I didn't watch that. I didn't watch that.
I can't remember. I don't know. It does. It's not relevant.
Something Sabers.
Something Saber. Yeah, Night Sabers or something.
Night Sabers. God, Bubblegum Crisis was so good. We should review that again.
That was great. We should. We should watch the other one. The other one that came out. The one that finished. The 40 episode one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but it was in episode 1, right? They're in the bus, and the chef guy comes in, and then immediately 5 seconds later is captured by the bad guy from episode 1, and he's like, "We caught your friend," and I'm like, "So you've known where their thing is the entire time?"
I thought they followed somebody, right?
They followed him,
they followed him.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it was just like that.
No, you're not. You're saying the opposite. They followed the chef.
Yeah, but that's your big plan, though. You find out where they're located, and you're like, let's just kidnap this one dude.
Right. Well, they thought he was worth more to them.
Yeah, no, they didn't realize that they don't care at all about him.
Yeah, no, not at all.
I think they fell for the trick that we fell for, which is they read the synopsis and they thought he was more important than he was.
So, they fell for the trap that we did when we read the description of the show.
They got real meta, man.
They read the script and they
So I was like,
they
yeah,
should have read the synopsis.
So I was
They
like,
got 3 pages in, and they should have kept going.
They fell for it. What suckers! They read the description of the show, dumbasses.
So as I watched, at first I was like, okay, I see what they did there. Like, he's gonna be like the narrator type of character. Like, it's his point of view, right? Nope, that wasn't what it was. And then I was like,
yeah,
oh,
that's what I thought it was supposed to be. It was like him learning to be this pro chef while like also like being forced to accompany them on these crazy missions that they do.
Doesn't accompany them at all.
And it's just nothing like that in any way.
And I will take that. I think I do enjoy this show more than the other two people did, because this is right up my alley in terms of trash that I like.
Right.
Is that your goal, Cy, to be like the background character?
Yes.
Like, they get back at the end of the day and you're like, anybody want a tattoo?
You know what, Cy? You need to watch the Bubblegum
How'd your mission
Crisis.
go?
You need to watch the Bubblegum Crisis that we watched, and then follow that up with Welcome to Jabberai Park, and then let me know how much you like trash anime.
No, I'm saying this is my kind of trash. This specific trash anime.
Again, you would think this is more up my alley because I am a huge Gundam fan.
This is essentially the same thing as Gundam. We can all admit that.
But this is just terrible.
It's not like Gundam at all.
No, this
and
is
I'm
exactly
a
like
huge
Gundam.
fan. Like, what's
that Gundam where they all like live in space or something and the Earth is a battleground?
That's
G Gundam.
G Gundam, yeah, this is exactly like G Gundam.
Yeah. No,
it's a giant tournament of nations. Yeah,
it's exactly like G Gundam in every way.
Oh yeah, it definitely is. But I like.
I'm gonna get a Burst Angels tattoo on my heart.
It's just not my biggest one. Dude, you definitely should. You should get a picture of Sei whenever they take her jacket off. She's hot.
No, get the chef cooking. Get that tattoo.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna be way off in the background. You're not even gonna be able to realize it's him.
Like, I feel like there was probably a lot of potential, but like, also the jobs that they take start to get more random as time goes on, right? Because they tease like there's this, like, part of the description too is that like there's so much lawlessness that every random citizen can have guns, which does not come up at all.
Nobody has guns except for when they show that one guy getting shot.
Well, yeah, they briefly talk about like the bad area of Tokyo and like that one dude betrays everyone and tries like being in charge or whatever.
Area of Tokyo.
But right before that guy takes over, you guys remember that the wrestling match?
Yeah, I actually thought about you for that one. I was like, Mark's gonna love this episode. Did you love that episode?
Okay, I will say that was one of my more favorite episodes.
Called it.
But the thing that is hilarious to me is that they get like the guy turns into a monster, right, and starts fighting and does all the thing, and then the guy looks at the one girl, with the silver hair and the red eyes, and goes,
the main character, I guess, right?
And it's like, oh, you suck at your job. You couldn't even have the one dude win. I'm like, that's the Merc job of the day? Guaranteeing the fixed wrestling match? We need help with that?
Listen, dude, they don't have $150 million. They got to make ends meet.
Doesn't that one run into the next episode, right?
Yeah, because it's that episode where they the one dude, the one cop, like kind of like leaves, and then the next episode is when he reveals like, ha, I'm actually the dick. I'm the asshole.
Yeah, like, and he was the asshole. And we got to see the cop biker chick, right? She was pretty cool.
Yeah, the southern chick, the chick with a southern accent from Texas.
They're all southern.
In Japan. the heavy southern accents in the heart of Tokyo.
She's like the hillbillies.
We all know that if you go to Tokyo right now, they all have thick
they were in those
southern accents.
Somebody told me today I sound so southern. Some people are dumb.
In Osaka.
They were I thought the part that was all decrepit was Tokyo.
Yeah, but
it's not all in Tokyo.
No,
but remember they moved because they're like that's their pride. is the fact
Oh
that they're not in Tokyo and
yeah,
that
that's right.
the Hoshi whatever group
Yeah.
police
Hey, you
group.
guys, you guys like Demon Slayer, right?
Demon Slayer was weird for me because I really enjoyed it when I first watched it, and then as I watched it with other people that had never seen it, it slowly gets worse and worse every time I watch it.
It's really
like
good looking.
It's
did
it's the best
you guys
animation
notice
I've seen.
Rengoku in this?
No.
The dude whose brother got turned into a monster.
The
The dude voiced
the twins.
Yeah, him and dude. That's where they got the inspiration for Rengoku.
I love
dude looked exactly like it.
Okay, so speaking of that, I love how they tried giving the one brother like this kind of like sadder redemption arc, but then if you dissect his story, it goes, yeah, we got along so well when he opened up his own restaurant, and then one day he changed, and then he got on drugs. I was like, what? It's not the drugs things first that led to the other thing? And it was
right?
No, if you read,
no, it was. That's why he changed. He just didn't realize he was on drugs.
It's just funny.
He wasn't as good of a brother as he was implying.
It's just funny because if you replay his story, he's like, yeah, and then one day he changed, and then there's like this long pause, and he's like, and then I saw all the drugs, and he's like, and now he's on drugs, and it was just like, I get it, like that's obviously it was supposed to be like the drugs came and then he changed and all that, but the way he tells the story, like the way they wrote the lines, makes it sound like his brother just changed and then got addicted to drugs, and then here we are.
I can see
like, me and my brother were playing football, and he got a concussion, and then he was on drugs. I tried to give him a second concussion to turn him back, and it didn't work.
So,
but
I was like, all right. I was like, I get it, but you wrote that so bad.
It was it was localization. You know?
Oh, you know who else they look like? You ever watch Baki?
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Oka?
They look like Yujiro, his dad.
Oh, Yujiro, yeah, a little bit, yeah.
From
but
Baki.
Not both.
Baki Hana.
So,
with the muscles and the heads exploding.
And the ogre face on the muscles.
Yeah. New season of Kengan Ashura is coming out. That's not related to Baki, but it's similar.
Yeah,
to
it is. They're in the same universe.
That's my theory. That's my theory.
They're the same show. But actually really okay, so my favorite episode, well, there's two I really like, right? I really like, well, it's groups of episodes. I really like like I said in the chat, I really, really like the school episode. Because I feel like out of the ones I watched, they had the best things going for it. Like, like it felt like this is the lane you should have went in as far as like mystery, like, because it had a mystery to it, right? Because the whole time they're trying to figure out what's going on in the school, and like the monsters actually, like, I feel like had made the most sense in a way, even though I don't think there is a reason at the end.
No.
The school episode, the first episode threw me off because like it started playing and I was like, oh shit, did this like switch to the OVA or something?
Yeah, it doesn't. So, okay, I would have enjoyed the school episodes more if instead of a giant demon monster coming into play, that it was just left as a psycho group of high school girls peddling drugs, and the one girl comes in, kicks all their asses, and then they leave. It would have been way better.
She shoots the girl in the face, though.
Right, but I'm saying
it would have been. That's why they had to demonize it.
It would have been so much better.
That would have made Mean Girls such a faster movie.
Yeah, it would have been a way better episode for me. Like the two episodes would have been way better if they were just they just stayed at that, because instead it was like that, and they were like, but demon monster guys.
I feel like that's why I think it worked.
Well, to be fair, if there wasn't a demon monster, there wouldn't be any point of her being at the school. I mean, that's kind of what it's all about. Demon monsters and Max.
And the fact that we saw the chef dressed as a schoolgirl.
I mean, yeah, that was hot. We all agree.
Yeah, he was definitely the hottest person on the show at that moment.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, very odd
zombies as I was expecting.
Yeah, I kind of got that from the first episode, right?
From the first episode, I was thinking, is this a zombie show?
I thought it was zombies too. I was like, okay, I didn't see that coming.
Yeah,
I just got taken for a loop the whole time. I didn't see anything coming.
That's true, and that you got to give them some credit for that. But then again, it wasn't like I can't say that they were all well thought out twists. Just
To be
everything
fair,
was
as
kind
much
of
as
thrown
we
at it.
feel like they lied to us in the synopsis, I feel like that was the best synopsis
That's true. But then
that
again,
encompassed what the show was.
I guess they didn't really lie. I
They
guess they
didn't.
could. They also the opposite also could have been there's a culinary school in Japan, and they
Yeah,
just
because
ended
that is
there. And like, I guess that's part of the show.
Yeah, you could have just said that, and I would have been like, "Oh, okay." Yeah.
so the other part I really, really like, right, is whenever that old Chinese dude turns the useless chick into Chun-Li for about half an episode. That was the best part. And then he goes, I can make her stronger, faster, better. I was like, really? That's okay. It was perfect. I loved it. Another chef
It
kiss.
was.
I was like we said, it had its moments.
It had great
It's
moments.
not like it was a complete waste. It's not like we were watching another Jabbereye Park.
No, agreed. It definitely did have moments. It's not a full
Oh no.
like crap. It's not a full crapshoot.
But the mech fights were pretty bad. Can we agree on that?
The mech fights were very bad because the amount that the one girl's guns came into play was like her finishing weapon was shooting bullets.
Yeah, she shot the hell out of some stuff.
And that's not a bad finishing weapon, like in a fight, a hand-to-hand fight.
A hand-to-hand fight, it's great. But a giant mech robot fight, it's less.
But I think you saying that it was trying to be Cowboy Bebop is exactly how I felt. Because I was like, I'm getting some strong Cowboy Bebop mixed with Trigun vibes.
No, you know what? I felt that way from the beginning. Because the opening theme song, it starts to be a ripoff of Tank.
Does it? I always skipped it because I was trying to save time.
Mark didn't. Mark knows exactly what I'm talking about.
I have to listen to it.
Again, like you guys said, it definitely did have moments. It's not like I'm going to put this in my list of like top 5, top 10 worst animes I've ever seen. It's not that far. It's just like
you didn't finish it though. There's 7 more episodes.
I don't see it somehow. Are you saying that it's going to get somehow so bad in the next 7 episodes?
I don't know. You saw more than me.
Yeah, it doesn't get Josh.
I'm just saying,
it's fine. It just there's nothing to it. It just keeps kind of going, and then it just stops. They just aren't any more episodes.
You know,
like
you know what? I feel like this is the slice of life effect just applied to shonen, to where it doesn't matter what happens.
Yeah.
Like it's just junk food. Get your fill.
Yeah.
You won't feel great about it. You won't feel bad about it. It's just
oh god no.
You knew you were eating junk food.
I eat nothing but junk food. I'm trying to end
I would
this
like
early.
I would like to know who put this on the list though.
I don't honestly remember.
I think it was Mark. Oh, okay.
There's a lot of I don't know if it's on the list, but I kind of wanted to see if you guys were cool with me adding it. I kind of want to add
Bento, yeah. You could add
yeah,
Bento.
sure.
Bento should be on the list.
Which one?
Okay.
Bento?
How do you spell this?
That's
Bento?
the one that I
Into?
E-E-N space T-O. Bento. Like the bento box, but with a
Got it. No, because the second season just started. Devil is a part-timer.
Dude, hell yeah! Great. I'm loving it. I'm watching
after 7 years.
I'm rewatching the
right,
first
yeah.
season.
I saw that. It was like,
I rewatched it too.
I'm about to start rewatching it because I literally forgot season 2 was starting, and I looked and saw season 2 was like halfway done. I'm like, oh my god, I have to rewatch season 1.
Yeah,
so I was
if it's
like,
not on the list, get it on the list.
I don't think it is, but I'm adding it right now. I'm adding season 1 and 2 because I feel like
go for it.
We could just act like it was on the list.
Yeah,
and Photoshop Devil's a part-timer on top of whatever it actually lands on.
Listen, we have no integrity. We'll just do what we want. Well,
yeah,
I mean,
that's fine too.
All right, guys, do you want to go ahead and rate what we watched, Burst Angel, since we're already moving on to something else?
Since we're like, there's other things we'd rather talk about right now.
So is Joe the main character? Is what I want to know.
I don't.
Or is that just
so?
Well, the whole point of having multiple main characters is so you can focus on different ones per episode.
Yeah.
So Joe is the main character of some episodes, but Meg's the main character of some. And those are the only two names I remember.
She's the one that always gets caught, right?
Yes. She
She's
gets
the
kidnapped
Daphne.
6 times. Amazing.
She's the Daphne of that Scooby-Doo group.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. So
That's all I
you
wanted to
okay? So you probably get. I probably have the lowest grade. So we'll go me and then Cy, and then Josh can round it out in the middle.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you'll have a medium grade. I am giving it a C minus. It was a D plus, but then a few episodes did get better with the wrestling and some of the other stuff. So I was like, okay, credit where credit is due. You're doing some
Just add
entertaining things.
wrestling.
So I'm gonna give it a C minus because I felt like it had some good moments, it had potential, but it just did everything else batshit backwards.
So see that, anime writers, if you're trying to make Mark's ratings go up, just add wrestling to it.
Yeah,
It's
just
true.
give me a wrestling scene, and I will give it a higher grade.
So I was trying to figure out mathematically what is the exact middle for the ranking system, right? So it's D.
If you
right?
F, because it's a demon ranking system from Yu Yu Hakusho. So
Yeah,
it's
I know.
F.
I
It's
just didn't
F with
remember if there was
pluses and
an F.
minus up to S. So middle, technically, with the
Would be
introduction
like
of
C.
S, is like a so F D C B A S. So I don't know. Yeah, no, it's still
So
the
it would be
C.
like B minus, C plus.
C plus B minus is technically the exact middle.
I'll give it a B minus.
B minus.
And
Yeah,
I agree.
it's a B minus.
This
I
is,
actually thought you weren't gonna agree, but yeah.
what do you think I was
I
gonna
thought
rate?
I was gonna have the highest. I thought I was
No.
gonna have the highest grade.
No, no, you put it pretty well, Sai, when you said it's like junk food. It's not substantial. It's not something. It's the kind of thing you might not remember you watched in a couple of years, and you're like, oh man, yeah. But
But
it
yeah,
was
you'll
it's
never
fun
have
while you're
bad
doing it.
memories of it. You'll never have bad memories of it. The stuff you'll remember is probably something idiotic and
Yeah.
like haha.
Well, yeah.
It's nothing so bad that you're gonna remember it. Like you're just gonna remember the funny parts you liked.
You'll remember
Yeah,
that you watched it.
or you'll see something that reminds you of it. Like, man, why did she have red eyes though? That was weird.
Like you'll be watching Gundam, and then you're like, oh man, they stole this from Burst Angel.
I don't think you'll ever say that.
If that thought ever pops into your head,
You're not watching Gundam right.
No,
and you'll have to
Only
fight.
one way to watch Gundam, and that's you hit stop and walk away.
No,
you watch all of it. And you watch.
I actually am very close to watching all of Gundam.
I don't know. There's a few bad. Like I think the worst one I ever tried watching was
I was about to say the one I like.
What are you gonna? I want you to say yours first. No.
00.
That's not Appleseed, is it?
No, that's not Gundam at all.
No, yeah, no. Appleseed is it's Gundam Appleseed. It's the worst. Anyways,
I mean, the best is SD Gundam.
Oh, I can we watch SD Gundam Force?
No, and Gundam's not allowed on the wheel.
And then can you all chip in and buy me the
Gundam,
new SD Gundam game that just came out on Steam?
I'm going to whenever I have money for it.
Because it looks fun. Okay, so what's that an average of? C.
What'd you rate it as? Did you rate
C
it
minus?
Oh yeah, it's gonna drop us down to a C plus.
So C plus.
Because we outweigh you. There's 2 of us.
That's true. Yeah. So C plus. The average is a C plus, which I think is an accurate.
Yeah, I feel like
pretty accurate rating of what a general people are going to think about this show.
It's a little bit above average, I think, is how we would say it.
It's. I will say I expected it to be a lot worse. I was expecting to give this like a D.
I kind of expected it to be a shit show.
I was hoping for the best,
it wasn't
but expecting the worst.
Yeah.
It wasn't the shit show I was expecting.
No, it was slightly better than that.
Yeah, it definitely was better than the synopsis.
Oh yeah, agreed. I agree.
Well, no, I do disagree. I think had the show been about the chef, it would have been better.
Yeah, probably. Because have you guys ever watched Blood Blockade Battlefront?
No.
No.
Have you?
Yes, I have.
Oh, that's cool.
But
You
I
don't have to
can't.
brag, Ty.
I mean, I can't. I know it's just my personality. But I was gonna say, like the beginning, kind of reminds me of that guy. Like you said, like it would if it would have followed the chef, it would have been a lot better.
Yeah,
Like
I think so.
because
If it had done a little bit more on following,
Had it shown some of that delicious anime food, we would have
they
been all
didn't
about
show
it.
a lot of the food, right? They just showed that fried rice that looked terrible.
Yeah. Hey, Mark.
Yeah.
Let me see the wheel.
All right.
I want to see that beautiful wheel that we've been missing for so long.
Pull out your wheel, Mark.
Boom.
There she is.
Ah, glorious.
Oh, it's
That's one of the top two wheels we use on this show.
It's true. Also, it's not. I don't think it's on the wheel. Then I don't know. I probably want to add it, but I watched Spy X Family.
You don't want to add it.
It's good. I enjoyed it.
You did.
That's great. I'm glad you do what Crunchyroll tells you to, man.
I do, even though I watched it on Hulu. Is it on Crunchyroll?
Dude, it's always Crunchyroll tells you it's on there every.
Well, yeah,
yeah, dude. This is what pops up. It's like, hey, you like Yu Yu Hakusho? Watch Spy X Family. Hey, you like Gundam? Watch Spy X Family.
Yeah, true.
It's
all
like
right, so we have it was 87 animes on here, which is nowhere near enough.
Did you add The Devil as a Part-Timer?
Yeah.
Okay.
You could add Blood Blockade Battlefront.
Yeah, and Bento.
I added the other one. What was
You
that?
can add Bento several times.
Blood what? Blood what?
Blockade Battlefront.
Oh, Blood Blockade Battlefront.
What? You want to be on the show too?
Probably get more views if there's a dog. So
you want to be on the show?
Add Dog X Scissors, but I don't think people will like that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think I don't know if there's anything else we could add right now.
All right, we'll spin her.
That's a bunch
Let's
of
see what
anime
we got.
All right, let's do this.
Sorry, right. 87 anime. That's it. That's all the anime in the world.
88.
Oh, it's going.
Nowhere near enough. I want like hundreds.
It's so small I can't even see.
Yes! Woo!
Well, how did you do that?
That is amazing.
That is a happy accident. That is a happy
really
accident. Is what that is. Yes, that is I cannot control where it stops. It's a randomizer.
I understand that.
That is a happy accident.
The wheel is our friend sometimes. Remember that time I got that Digimon tattoo and then we rolled Digimon?
So my only funny thought is I don't think season 2 will finish by the time we review it because I think season 2 still has like 2 or 3 months left, but I think we'll get at least half of season 2.
I want to say I watched.
We'll take what we can get.
Yeah, so we'll get half of season 2. So it'll be in 2 weeks for everyone who doesn't know because we didn't actually say anything. We just started cheering. It landed on Devil as a Part-Timer seasons 1 and 2, which we literally, if you have made it this far, just added to the wheel 5 minutes ago because we were all talking about how we're all either rewatching or about to rewatch Devil as a Part-Timer.
I rewatched it.
We all love the Devil as a Part-Timer.
It's so ridiculous. Good. It is so ridiculously good that I was like, the fact that it took 7 years to get a season 2.
It's peak anime trash.
It is peak anime.
It blows my mind.
It is peak.
Drag this much entertainment out of this crazy ass premise.
Yeah. So we'll be reviewing season 1 and then probably realistically half of season 2 because I think 8 episodes are out.
We'll be making predictions.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I think 10 episodes, 9 or 10 episodes will be out by the time we review it, and I think season 2 is supposed to be like 15 or 16.
This is timely as fuck. Great job, guys.
But this is also insanely timely because we'll be reviewing an anime before it's completely finished, and we can make actual predictions.
And we don't have to worry about everyone finishing it.
Right, because I'm I'm so excited. I legitimately, because I think Devil's a Part-Timer is on Hulu.
It's definitely on Crunchyroll.
It's on the internet.
It's on the internet, yeah.
What else do we need?
My point is I'm starting it tomorrow because I am super excited about this.
Yeah, I just finished my rewatch and I forgot how good it was, man.
Monochromatic gold.
I really forgot how good it is.
Oh, nope, don't do that. I almost like left everything.
All right. So, Sai, what are we doing next week?
The quiz?
We are doing the quiz.
Sai is hosting a quiz show.
No, I'm not.
Sai, we
Am
just
I?
decided that. I just decided this.
Sai,
That's
do you want to
fine.
host? Do you want to host the quiz show?
I can host the quiz show if you find the guest.
We'll find the guest.
We can do that.
I mean,
Okay.
Mark will, the 30 minutes before we go live, Mark will post something to his Facebook, and then
And a
people will
bunch
be
of
like,
people-
why didn't you say something
A
sooner?
bunch of people will join on. I think the guys that were they were on 2 months ago, the guys from the Wait For It podcast, they've pretty much said the guy I don't know, I'm blanking on, I can't think. He pretty much said, just tell me each month when it's happening, and as long as I'm free, I will do it any month I can.
Yeah. I want to get the
Okay.
guys from my mom's garage back on. They were pretty good.
So
yeah.
I can make it as hard as I want, right?
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
But I mean, just keep in mind, if no one gets the questions right, it's not fun.
It's gonna be a super short
No,
quiz.
It's super fun for me.
We'll all be mad at you.
That's fine. What's different? Will it change anything?
So I've never been mad at you in my life.
Oh, okay, well then I won't make it that hard. I'll throw you some Digimon ones.
That's all I'm asking for.
Just
That's all I need.
one or two Digimon questions.
No, it's gonna be a good bit of Digimon stuff.
Well, that's just outrageous.
40
No.
Digimon questions.
Just nothing but Digimon questions.
Right.
Yeah, and a bunch about Hey Shinron. Just
Yeah.
Hey Shinron.
Look, I didn't tell
Only-
you to pick the hardest question, man. That was on you.
Just Hey
All right.
Shinron.
Hey, sir.
I'm giving you what to study.
I'm liking this. All right, Mark, you want to wrap it up for us?
Yep.
Expect it
All
to
right.
be shonen heavy.
Make
That's all I'm
sure,
saying.
everyone, if you made it this far, before your parents get home, subscribe and review and tell all of your friends about your secret anime stash that you found under your dad's bed. And then very carefully put it back in there before they come home so you can sneak back in there next week for your dad's special quiz show. And make sure to follow us on Facebook and YouTube and all the stuff. And we'll be back next week with the quiz. And then in 2 weeks, Devil's a
Devil's
part-timer.
Anime.
Part-timer. You fumbled it.
I did. Fuck.